watching Island Post News Daily. Leader of the opposition, Dr. Mukul Sangma, today visited the site of the coal depot where district authorities apparently auctioned coal in the month of January this year. After a visit to the site, the former Chief Minister lambasted the state authorities over what he alleged was nexus to support illegal coal mining and transportation. The site of the coal dump, which has remained unclaimed despite a court seeking claimants for it, is at Nenkra Adalgre, about 17 kilometers from the district headquarters of Williamnagar in East Garo Hills district. Dr. Sangma was accompanied in his visit by Congress MLA W.D. Sangma as well as former MLA Sengnam Marak and Francis Pondit Sangma, East Garo Hills Deputy Commissioner Swapnil Tembe and the district's mining officer. As per the reports of the district mining officer, who himself had provided the estimates of the coal at the site, an amount of over 34,000 metric ton was supposed to have been auctioned. The coal has not been moved due to the Meghalaya High Court putting a stop to coal transport until further orders. However, the former Chief Minister, after the inspection, stated that not more than 5,000 metric ton of coal were at the site and showed how illegal mining and transportation were taking place, despite Chief Minister Conrad Sangma claiming otherwise. The former Chief Minister during his visit also met the landowners where the coal has been dumped and while questioning them found that they were aware of the owners of the coal. The opposition leader further questioned the route decided for the transport, which as per the challenge issued was to move through Nongstoin, Shillong, Guwahati, whereas the normal route was through Dainadubi in North Garo Hills through to Assam. He also stated that the matter of illegal coal transport and mining would be taken up by them and a letter to the Chief Secretary would be sent.
You have seen the repeated denial coming from the government, not from anybody else, but from the Chief Minister himself. In spite of people trying to draw the attention of the government and the Chief Minister himself, you have seen what was the response. And the same thing has been discussed a number of times even in the August House. What is the response? There is hardly any attempt to even to find out, to verify whether such allegations are actually having any substance. Now, only when a complaint or an allegation is brought before you, only when you try to verify it, then only you know the truth. But if you do not have, if you are in an authority, if you do not have the desire, rather you stonewall. Now you have seen the statement of the Lok Ayukta. What does it speak? The statement of Lok Ayukta, in fact, it is more of a expression of both anger and frustration that the power that may be are trying to actually stonewall any process of verifying such illegalities happening. Forget about going after the perpetrators. Therefore, the depth of the problem, if you want to know, you have to go to the sites. That's why I have met my program today, to really find out. I've been hearing, people have been coming. This is also an offshoot of the input which was provided to me in writing by one of the concerned, vigilant citizen of the state. And we must encourage them. If they write to us and if we don't respond, then what happens? Anything. And probably we'll start thinking we are the, we belong to same birds of feeder. They'll start painting us with the same brush. And this is not going to happen. We have built this state. We have set a new benchmark of governance. You have seen it in the past. And that has to be restored. When illegalities are going on, obviously the correction has to be legal way. It actually can be linked with money laundering. It's as simple as that. You read Prevention of Money Laundering Act. It's a very powerful act. Even hiding the assets, the investigating officers will go deep down and find out, unearth. So that is the ultimate. I'll be writing to the Chief Secretary and in response to which I expect the Chief Secretary to proceed as per law. There is a need to send a strong message Otherwise, what is happening is that people who are engaging in these illegalities are getting emboldened, because it's likely that there's a patronage. Unless there is a patronage by people in authority, you cannot have this kind of illegalities happening in the state of Meghalaya. You have never seen it in the past. Have you seen it during the time when we had the privilege of running the government? Never happened. So therefore, it's time for us to save the state, from the kind of infamous narratives that being circulated across the region, across the nation. Meghalaya has always been known for good things. Modus operandi which is going on, involving all concerned, for number one, continuation of or facilitating continuation of illegal mining, and another one is for illegal transportation. Now, if there were 34,000 metric ton coal here, and if it's not here, either it has been illegally transported without paying the royalty to the government, or the coal was not there in the first instance. Now, it's interesting to see that for 34,000 the challans have been issued by the DMR. And it is also interesting that the route that has been indicated is from Nenkra to Nongstoin via Rivoy. That means long route. Whereas usually the coal from here, if they have to be transported, the nearest railway station is Jogigopa. And this is the usual trade route for all the businessmen who are involved in coal trading. And in fact, even the coal from West Khasias used to prefer this road.